Have you ever wanted to be a kid again? Have you ever wanted to just get on the playground at recess and just play around and just reenact, like, you know, weird stuff? Come out. Join the Hobo Army.
Let's get a clap to start this off.
My name is Evan Williamson, and I am the president of the Hobo Army Improv Comedy Club. The group formed originally back in 2005 or 2006. We usually do short form improv.
Short form is basically what you see on Who's Line.
Short form improv is a lot like games you play at orientation freshman year.
Let's do Mind Meld. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like name games, it's games that kind of loosen you up and just do silly things.
3, 2, 1.
Fruit.
3, 2, 1.
Potassium.
And we also are working on more long form scene work improv.
Long form is usually, it's longer, duh.
Long form, you keep in mind like a sketch or a story.
We get one suggestion and we do a 25-30 minute set based on that one suggestion.
Long form is much more difficult because it's a lot of keeping track of what's actually going on in the scene, much like every other form of storytelling.
Long form is definitely more challenging.
But I kind of like the way that long form is sort of self-referential.
I prefer long form just because I think it's pretty satisfying. One of my favorite things in improv is to do like callbacks to previous jokes.
And there's not really any rules, just yes and.
Yes.
Yes and.
Yes!
Yes, and.
Yes and.
Yes and.
Yes, and.
The yes and rule of improv is basically the rule of like continuation.
It propels the scene forward.
You are affirming what the other person or people in the scenes are saying and what they say is real, and then you're adding to it.
You don't want to shut down someone else when they're trying to create a scene.
If you say no, it will start destroying your scene pretty much immediately.
Just ruins what the other person already did. It basically says, oh, you're cool, but I think my idea is better, I'm gonna ignore you. So it takes away the whole collaborative aspect when you don't use the yes and principle.
I love the game Foursquare or Step Left,
I like step left.
where you have 4 people like in a box. No, not in a box, but like in a box shape.
We're gonna square,
In a square, thank you.
and you keep stepping left in the square, and you have like a different relationship or object or emotion that you share with people.
Okay, this first two pairing, what's their relationship between them?
Mother-daughter.
Ex-lovers was the first thing I heard.
Excellent.
Step left. Bag of Doritos.
Yes.
Step left. Emotion. Let's do share an emotion. Joyous.
I think my favorite game to play in improv is Totem.
Really like Totem.
Probably Totem.
Okay, so you have 2 people that are in the scene together and they get to say whatever they want. And then each person has a totem that stands to the side.
And sometimes they will tap the person who is standing next to them on the block for that person to insert a word or phrase to further the conversation and kind of change the direction.
It just leads to some really weird scenarios because the totems have to reply like, snap.
Go do that, you dirty son of a...
Gun, you.
Definitely have to be party quirks, because you really have to think on your feet with that game.
Several people come into the host's house with awkward personality traits. All right. Hey, what's up? Happy days. Oh, happy days to you. Beautiful world. It's a great day.
And the party host has to guess who they are without knowing who they are.
Are you only speaking in song lyrics?
Yes!
It's a really great space to be open and creative, and it's really welcoming and a safe environment.
Embarrassment is always on the back burner. You can't think about it, you just go with it.
If you like to just let loose and you don't care what anybody thinks about what you do, and you just love to have fun and love to just release all your pent-up energy, improv is a place for you.
Improv is just an excuse to like, do whatever you want.
We are a lovely group of people.
You just do it. Just go for it.
Come once, you're gonna have a great time. I can promise you that.
This is gonna be the best thing ever.
I just am so sexy, I could probably live off compliments.
Yeah.
I think I laughed and almost cried this entire time.
Something I've gained since doing improv are friends. Aww.
Fall 2013.
1, 2, 3.
Hobo Army!
Somewhere, sometime, it's gonna be found. It's gonna be found. Somehow, someone.
Party Quirks goes like this.
Be meat. And that's a great challenge to me.
Multiple sweaters.
What?
They both share the same prosthetic leg.
And then you could just say, let's go check out the exhibition of hot dogs.
Oh look, I'm a guy without arms, but I really love playing tennis, kind of thing.
Squash and pumpkins. And what do you do with squash?
Let's say someone's like, oh, this sure is a pleasant doctor's office. The other person should be like, hey, by doctor office, I think you mean like a tomb, because we're dead. Haha, that's bad improv.